Well, when I was younger, my parents worked full-time, so they just sent me to Stagecoach on Saturday as a kind of a way to get rid of me, I guess. But I actually ended up staying there for 11 years because I just loved it. I enjoyed myself so much. So I guess it was a way to get rid of me that turned into an addiction. So I started going to school, being in all the plays, and then I joined other theatre groups and everything. So that's basically how it all started, because of my mum. It was quite a strange moment, because when I was at Stagecoach, I had this Lambda teacher who came in the last term, and for a year or so, I actually had lessons with her, but then I stopped, and then suddenly, I must have been about 13, I suddenly went back for these Lambda lessons and completely changed, and I was like, this is what I want to do, I'm going to really commit myself to it, and I was obsessed after that. I just couldn't stop going, and she could notice the difference, and I guess that's where it all started. I think because by that point I always went to see shows with my parents, so I was quite lucky living so close to London, but I actually started understanding what I was going to see, and I saw people on stage, and I said to my parents, oh, I want to be that person, and I can understand those emotions, and I want to be that person who depicts what other people are feeling. So I think that's when I started to love it and really see the effect of theatre. When I was about 10, I think, my mum actually took me to see a production of Annie, and we got front row seats, which at the time was incredible, and obviously all the girls were similar age to me, and I watched them and I thought, they are so amazing, and I can visualise, Annie's ginger hair and everything. It's just, I guess that's something that really stuck with me, and then gave me a bug to go watch loads of other things. And my teacher realised that I had an interest in reading plays, and she gave me plays like Sheila Stevenson, Carol Churchill, and all of that. So I really got into kind of psychological ones, and ones that made a lasting impression on me, that got perhaps controversial subjects and brought them to the forefront. So I really started going to watch more plays like that, like I've seen A Number and Far Away by Carol Churchill, for example. And I'm actually quite a fan of Propeller, which is the all-male Shakespeare company, because I was a bit sceptical the first time I went to go see them, especially because I went to see A Midsummer Night's Dream, which is such overdone, I guess, one you could say, and it just changed my life. They were so innovative in the way that they did everything. I looked at a few courses, and I just loved the idea of being self-sufficient. Is when I leave, being able to write and direct and form my own company, and not having to depend on an agent to get me his work as such. But also, recently I've done a bit of directing. So for my A-level piece, we directed a piece about autism, and then just in general, I directed Dennis Potter's Blue Remembered Hills, and I suddenly got this massive bug for directing that I never experienced before, and I was quite picky when I directed, but I just loved being able to form other people and create this show that takes things out of my imagination and put it on stage, and it was just an incredible experience. So that's what I wanted to do, and also kind of be in that as well, be a part of something that I've created. So yeah. I want to make theatre that changes people's opinions. I actually got into reading in your face theatre for a while, which is obviously quite an extreme type of theatre, but I like the fact that these group of people in the 90s just went out and just tried to break down convention, and obviously it's full of quite a lot of taboos, trying to break taboos and everything, but the idea of changing people's opinions and making them come out thinking, I know what that means, and sometimes self-reflection, like, I should change myself, I can see that what I've been doing is wrong, so in the long run I want to make theatre that changes things, but at the same time I'd love to be in a bit of comedy and other things, because it could get a bit depressing, I guess, after a while, but yeah. Well, as I know I'm young, but I am a very determined person, so I will work as hard as I can to get what I feel I can achieve. I think that I'm quite versatile. I'd like to say that I'm quite versatile. I enjoy doing comedy quite a lot, and I've told I've had comedic timing, but I also like more serious things. I hope that you'll get some entertaining performances, and you'll feel proud of the things that I come out with, because I will work hard not to disappoint.